Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and all the viewers of the Izekson Amido, that is Sports Updates channel. This time, that is fans in the entire world. It's a blessing to have you all, my followers, subscribers, and even commenters. I will be talking about that is the UEFA. I will be talking about that is the FA Cup semi-final clashes, and even when the final will be played. Ladies and gentlemen, and all my viewers, just a brief information about the FA Cup. It is the oldest trophy that is in international football, having formed way back, that was the 1871 to the 1872 season, and the first team to win the championship, we are called the Wanderers, after beating, that is the engineering team, that was 1-0 and ever since then, that's why we call it the oldest trophy that is in the history of the Premier League. The most successful team that is in the FA Cup is none other than that is London Giants Arsenal Football Club, who have won this championship, that is 14 times. Below them are their haters or rivals, Manchester United on 13 trophies. Chelsea have 8 trophies. The likes of Liverpool Football Club also have 8 trophies. The likes of Tottenham also have 8 trophies. The likes of Manchester City, Aston Villa, they all have, that is 7 trophies. But also Nottingham Forest, which are one of the teams that in the finals, also have, that is 2 titles in this competition. Crystal Palace are currently talking about it. It is one of the oldest clubs still competing, that is in professional football. Or in all, it is the oldest club to still participate, that is in professional football. I'm not saying that it is the oldest club ever, but I'm talking about a team which is old and it is still competing, that is in professional football. Crystal Palace currently has 164 years of age, and Crystal Palace has played many finals, of which has played many semi-finals and finals, all wrapped up together around that is 11, and they have played, that is 2 finals, but all of those it has never won, that is its any championship, being beaten by the same team, that is Manchester United, and the nearest was that final of 1990 when Manchester United managed to beat them. Why am I bringing this? It's because Crystal Palace will be playing, that is up against Aston Villa in one of the finals, that is tomorrow. Crystal Palace will be taking on Aston Villa. That's why you saw them playing, that is their game 34 up against Arsenal, that is in the midweek. This game will be an intense one. Also on the side of Aston Villa, they last participated, that is in this group or in this level, that is some 9 years ago, and ever since then things have been moving on positively. On the legs of Aston Villa, they last won, that is a major trophy, that is way back. Aston Villa last won, that is a major trophy, that is way back in 1996. That was the League Cup up against, that is Leeds Football Club. The FA Cup final will be played, that is on the 17th of this month. However, the big thing is that most of the big teams this side are out of the competition, meaning that at least other teams have been given, that is the go-ahead to still make a statement. Reason being, if we still have Crystal Palace, likes of Nottingham Forest, we still have Aston Villa and Manchester City. Manchester City are the only big team currently who are still competing, that is in this competition, having won this trophy one more season ago, and all in all they have won this championship, that is 7 times. Crystal Palace is still up against Aston Villa, will be one of the biggest headlines this time at the Wembley Stadium. Reason being that we no longer have a home and away, it is just one single game. That's why it will be played, that is at the neutral grounds, at the home of the English national team, and that is the Wembley Stadium, where Crystal Palace will be taking on, that is Aston Villa, in one of the biggest games that every fan of football you should not miss out. Upon that FA Cup, teams like Chelsea Football Club have won this championship. Liverpool Football Club have won this champions. Aston Villa have won this championship. It is only Crystal Palace that has never won, that is this championship. And all in all, Crystal Palace has never won, that is a major trophy, ever since its inception way back. That is way back. That's why it has 164 years. But big expectations will be in this game. Reason being that their key man, that is Jean-Philippe Mateta, you saw him after scoring that wonderful equalizer up against Arsenal Football Club, will be one of the talking points. That is in the game of Aston Villa up against Crystal Palace. So to any fan of football, I think this is one of the biggest games that you shouldn't miss out. Of Crystal Palace up against Aston Villa, that is in the big games, that is in England. The next game will be on Sunday, that is in the FA Cup still, Nottingham Forest up against Manchester City. Some 2 weeks ago and a half, they had a game that was the return leg in the Premier League, and Nottingham Forest managed to beat, that is Manchester City, at the City grounds. That was 2-1, scored by informed superstar, that is Callum Hudson-Odoi, making it, that was 1-0. They're still battling it out, that is for Champions League positions, but this will be a different one. Remember, that is Pep Guardiola, at least wants to leave this season, at least with a major trophy, and his only hope, that is at the FA Cup. However, Nuno Espirito Santo also, when being asked, he said that they still have a chance of competing, that is for Champions League, and they are in 4th position. However, winning a trophy would be better for them other than winning, that is the Barclays, other than participating, that is in Champions League. So to my followers, commenters, to those that watched me earlier on, that was on TV, I think I'd given some of the wins, meaning that this game could be somehow even, that is either side could go for a win, but on my side, this game may end up, that is in the penalties, meaning that both sides at least have some of the key players who can still make the difference. The likes of Omar Mamosh is the big man. The likes of Matthias Nunes is the big name. Kovacic, Manchester City only have 2 injury worries. That is Erling Brandt Haaland, as well as that is Rodrigo Cascante. On the legs of, on the sides of Nottingham Forest, all their stars are around, and they will be ready at least to eject Manchester City. And should they eject Manchester City, at least they will be having an upper advantage of winning, that is the league. As always, I'm Isaac.